Guys, what's going on? November 22nd, 2022. Going to a no heat call. I believe it's ductless mini. I think it's a mini split with two heads, if I'm not mistaken. I think we were there a couple years ago. 2 years ago. So we'll see what it is when I get there. Just not heating. Could be anything, these things. Could be a board. Could be a power issue. Could be she's calling on heat on one, cooling on the other. Could be refrigerant issue. Got to keep that warm. So I'll put it on feet. Put the heat on, bake out my coworker. And could be whatever. Let's see what it is. Hope all is well. Check it out. I didn't even go inside yet. I just pulled up to this. It's just a quick observation. Let's see what this looks like back here. Yeah. That shit's caked. Wow, bro. Wow. I mean, yeah, it's bad. It's bad enough to where I can't just throw refrigerant in without cleaning it. But it's cold out today. Let's see what this is all about. Could you grab my 8-in-1? I got you.
It's the popper.
Yeah, she's locked?
I didn't even try.
Oh, there you go. You got it. How you doing? How are you?
Good, how are you?
You have no heat?
Yeah, that heat's not working.
Okay, is the one in the back working?
I think so, yeah. It's this one.
Thanks.
It's like, sorry, I'm sitting at you. Yeah, this one here, like, the remote's not working, it's not turning on.
Okay, how about the one in the back?
The one in the back works.
It's heating in the back?
Yeah.
Can I look at it?
Yeah, absolutely.
May I walk back there?
Absolutely, yeah. You too.
Where's the remote for here? This one's set to dry. It's set to heat. So we have 8 blinks on error code on this cassette. I'm getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we have a discharge. I'm on top of the cassette right here in the attic. We have condensate. Love it. So 8 blinks will say 8 blinks on these carriers has something to do with it's retaining water at the drain. So I'm gonna get my vacuum. My coworker gave to me right here. And we're gonna see if there's anything obstructing this drain right here. See if that error code goes away. If it does, I'll dive further into it to see why that happened in the first place. Let's see. It doesn't look bad at all. Will you hit that vacuum switch? Hold on, I'll tell you when. Well, don't hit it when you do get over here, because I gotta line it up. Go ahead, whenever you're ready. As I'm looking deeper further into this, It's just easy to miss things. When they broke R with the switch, looks like someone was up here because they store everything and their mother up here. Someone broke the wire nut connection. So we're gonna put it back together and see if that doesn't solve our problem. So now we're actually breaking the right way, but we put the wire nut back together. So that 8 blinks is going to be on the cassettes, and it's not to be confused with E8 on the carrier headed unit. The 8 blinks is a condensate error. So I went ahead and thought maybe this was backed up and it was holding water, but then I looked further at the pump and found my wire broken connection. So let's go see. We're going to put the disconnect back in at the outdoor unit and see if we could get heat. So now what we're going to do is kick on. So we have no more error code. We're going to kick on the back room light to 80, and we're just going to check the pressures and temperatures for them on the suction side of the condenser. Okay. So we're going to wait for this to kick on. I'm going to check pressure and heat. I don't care. I just want to make sure it's heating properly, because I'm not going to cool down their building that just has no heat, had no heat for a while. Oh, baby. Yeah, she's retaining pressure. So this is nice and hot right here. Will you grab me my clamp meter? I just want to check the temperature. Actually, I have a probe right here. Let me see my probe. I'm sorry, I'm thinking of my analogs. No, I have these right here. Test them. I just want to check the temperature. 19. Yeah, she's heating. Lovely. So it was basically them just sticking stuff in the attic. (2018, 19). It's the best dough. I'd say so, buddy boy. I'd say so, buddy boy.
Well, then I was going to learn, and then they're running a test. I'm like, never mind. These don't touch the thing.
Yeah, we're good here.
Well, then when I walked up here, I was like, well, the thing's working here.
We're going to come back for maintenance, I think, Thursday after Thanksgiving, which is a week from this Thursday. They just scheduled it in the office. They're heating now. And we have to go to another call, which is in the same building, but it's a totally different setup. I think that they have hydro heat, but it's not heating. So let's see what it is. I think they have a boiler on the other end of the building with hydro air handlers in their drop ceiling, which is like 12 feet up. Let's see what it is. That's a problem. Let's see what it is.
So in here, when we turn the AC on, it blows hot air.
Okay.
And when the guys came, I think last week,
Yeah.
did you see the thermostat or something?
Please.
They said that like the coils, the heating coils were like
Still hot? Yep.
And
So what are you running, AC and heat at the same, like within minutes of each other? Because it's like, well, let's say basically they're heating all night, 180 degree coil, and coming in the morning, throwing the AC on and saying it's not cooling. But they have had this off for 48 hours. So I'm going to check the AC right now. It's been off for 2 days and see if we're cool. We're going to check our filter there, and then we're going to check our supply temperature here. Ask them if they have filters. They're not that bad, but I'd rather change it while I'm up here. It's not cooling, it's going up with heat. That's not good. To the air handler, but for now, I'm going to take out my Y, my G, my power, and jump them out, see if my condenser doesn't kick on. But first I'm gonna go to the roof and see if my condenser is even running. I think what might be happening, and I don't know, is that the condenser on the roof is running, but then the hydro coil might be calling also, which isn't good. So let me put this back on and see if we're calling for AC when we go to the roof. The temper, even if the condenser wasn't running, I shouldn't be going up with a call. Even though it's 80 in here, it shouldn't be pulling in 84-degree air, but it is up in the ceiling. But still, I doubt that very much. We're cooling, or we're trying to cool. Will you grab me my gauges? I know it's still gonna be, I know it's gonna be fine, but it's gonna be a boiler issue, I bet you, with a zone valve. Because we're trying to cool here, but I think the valve is probably broken at the hydro coil. If there's zone valves, otherwise, yeah, there's gotta be. So we're gonna have to go back inside after I get my superheat and subcool here. Superheat at least, 10 degrees of subcooling. I don't think we're gonna get an accurate reading, but let's just see our pressure right now. This is 410. Just put in 2022. I think we just put this in. I don't know what company put this in, but this one we just put in a couple months ago, 2 months ago. Thermostat too. So after I hook up my gauges, we're gonna go inside. We're gonna check to see if the hydro coil is hot. If it is, we're gonna take the W off the thermostat circuit and then see if it cools. Then if it does, it's the only thing that's a little time consuming, but that's okay. If it does, then we know it's a thermostat issue. If it doesn't, then we know it's a valve issue of some sort. Pressures look good. Let's go to, yeah, pressures are fine. It's 30 degrees out here. What's the temperature? Who runs AC right now? It's bizarre, bro.
I mean, only for the dogs and the
I understand the dogs. Yeah, they're getting their nails done, bro. There's people that can't pay their rent. It's actually cooling. It is cooling. Came down, what was it, 80 degrees when we walked out of here? 77. Let's go check the supply down. It's not cooling. Okay, 80 degrees coming out of there. That off. So I just checked. There's only one zone for that coil. So there's no zone valves involved. It's just going to be on a call for heat and call for cool. So your boiler room's there. And there's one boiler for one zone and another boiler for another zone. That looks like it's okay right now. So let's go inside to see if we start cooling with that W off the thermostat. The W wire that we took off the thermostat right here. So we're gonna wait, see if this temperature comes down with the W out the TT on the board on the first company, because we're calling for, our boiler is just constantly calling down there. So something's calling that heat. We're gonna check the board on the first company, which they're pretty good at failing. Let's see what it is. I just rang this out here. I was trying to ring it out to alleviate the board, to see if the board was failed. And it does not ring out. I don't have voltage here. So the board's okay. So I checked for voltage across TT, and I also put it to ring, and it does not ring out. I thought maybe the board was singed, closed. We're calling for TT for constant heat, but we're gonna go down to the aquastat at the system now. That's nice. Wiring none of this back together. That's my TT. We're gonna go ring out the wires downstairs, the TT at the aquastat, and then if it doesn't ring out, then the wire's good, and if it does ring out, the wire's bad. If it doesn't ring out, we're gonna have an issue with our aquastat relay on the boiler itself. We're gonna pull TT off the boiler. I'm gonna ring out the wire. I don't think it's gonna be an issue because I rang it out from up there, but then we're gonna go ahead and if it doesn't ring out, then my aquastat's gonna be bad. Right? This thing's shot, I bet you. Let me see my TV. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, let me see the meter. Thank you. Yeah, so it's not ringing. That's good. Means my wire's good. Okay. That relay is going to be bad. Like I said, I rang out my TT. It didn't ring, which is good. So I tried to ring it out to make sure that the wiring wasn't closed or touching somewhere. So at this point, we're going to have a bad aquastat relay, which power's off right now. So I'm going to let that indoor cool down a little. And I'm going to call my office and see if he wants me to change it. If I have it on the truck, I don't know if I do. We might have to come back and change it. But right now I'm leaving the boiler disconnect off for a couple minutes. You know, a half hour. And the problem is that's just constantly heating all night, even though it's just when there's no fan. Supply house, grab an aquastat relay, as I don't have one on my truck for some reason, but it's right up the street anyway, and we'll get back there.
Burger King, I went too far.
So it came down 11 degrees. We're gonna set it to 68. Put the W back so I don't forget later. I'm just kidding. But I'm gonna put the W back so the part's done. I wanted to see how cool it got down here with the boiler off, or up here with the boiler off. Okay, took this down off, loose. Taking off my wires. Have my BX connectors, got to take them off. TT, burners, circulator. Line voltage, circulator, burner. Took the set screw loose here. We're gonna pull it and then swap it. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's really, in theory, that's all it is. Nothing more. We will. All right, we're gonna have to mount this and then cut the holes out. Throw our TT in. We're not calling. Before this boiler was running constant. So we're gonna go upstairs, call for heat. Brendan's gonna go and call for heat and kick this on. And then we're gonna stop the call for heat, make sure it turns off. Before it just kept running. Call for heat. And now my coworker is going to stop the call for heat, but first I'm just gonna feel supply return. Woo. Let's wait for this to come back hot. You could, my coworker just went in to kill the call for heat, and we're gonna see that it goes off now. Boom. Hey, you could put it back to AC and put it, I think they like it at 68. I mean, it is 47 degrees out today, but they're going to have to get the low ambient control over there.
All right, 68 on AC?
68 AC is where they want it until they close tonight. Then they put it on heat. Just can't have both running at the same time. gonna go check the cooling to make sure we're getting less than 80 degrees coming out of our supply. Let's see. 65 call for cool. Check the supply. 1.3, 61.2. That's, I'd say the Aquastat fixed that problem. Dogs are cute. That's a Rizap. So we're all set here. I think I'm done for the day. Just got to turn the light off. He's got his bag. Guys, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. Forgot to make an outro to this video. Got a little dark out. But please like and subscribe. Have a great day. Just running some no heat calls today. Or no AC in that case. November 22nd, right? Anyway, take care. Enjoy your holiday. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody, too. I didn't even think about that. Happy Thanksgiving. The holidays are here. It's nice out. All right, guys. Take care. Good night.